Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be looking at what's known as a area control game, with one that I quite enjoy and it's quite easy to play, called 8-Minute Empire, from Ryan Lockett, who's my favourite board game designer, and his own company, Red Raven Games. So this is 8-Minute Empire. It doesn't actually take 8 minutes to play, it usually takes about 20. But again, a nice little quick area control game. So as we can see here is the board, set up for the start of a 4-player game. Now each player gets a certain amount of gold to start with. 3 armies on the start space, so start on the board there. This is set up for a 4-player game, but it can go up to 5. The board is double-sided with a different set of land masses on the other side. Now the way to play the game is, each player takes a card. If you look on the top of the board there, you'll see a scroll with 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. And you place 6 cards out to correspond to the numbers on the board. Now the first player will go first, obviously, and if he wants whichever card he wants to take, he pays the appropriate amount of gold to choose one of the cards. Now the cards themselves have 3 sections. Top one is a resource management style mechanic, where you get points at the end of the game for the amount of resources of the same type that you've got. It comes with wood, coal, metal, food and rubies. And the aim of the game is to collect as many of those as you can, and you get points on however many you get at the end of the game. For example, wood, you get 2 points if you've only got 1 at the end of the game, up to 6 points if you've got 5. That tells you the resources that you'll get and the points at the end of the game. Now the bottom part is where the actual board comes in. This one here says that you can move 3 cubes, which are your armies, on the board. So let's say I'm the green player and I chose this card, didn't pay any gold for it because it was at the end. These then move along and another card comes out, like so. So this one is move 3 up to 3 of your armies. So I can go 1, 2, 3, like that, for example. Or I can go 1, 2, 3, like so, gaining control of those territories. The other ones on the actual cards, this one here is a coal resource. Again, it tells you what you need to do at the end of the game, judging by how many of the resource you've got. But the movement on the bottom says I can place 2 extra armies on the board. So I would take 2 of my extra armies and place them on the board at the start point, or I can build a city where I've already got an army. So if I choose to build a city, which is a disc there, the next time I pick up a place armies card, I can place 2 extra armies instead of on the start. Instead I can place them where I've got my city, so I can bang 2 extra armies on that city, like so. The other choices, move by sea, which means you can follow these dotted lines across. That's the only way you can move across water, is if you get the ship symbol. These wilds count as any of the resources which go towards your points at the end of the game. And if we look at the rule book here, I'll just run through again. Place extra armies. That one means to move your armies. Move your armies by sea. Place a city. Remove one of your opponent's armies with that symbol, and sometimes you get and or cards with two of the other actions on. So again, you can do an or, and some of them also have an and action. The rules is only 4 pages long, and the victory points at the end of the game come from controlling continents, which means you must have more of your pieces than another player's on a continent. Controlling territories within the continents. Having set collections of the different resources. And you add all those up, and at the end of the game, whoever has more points at the end wins the game. The game ends when players have got a certain number of cards in their hand. For 2 players it's 13 cards, for 3 players it's 10 cards, for 4 players it's 8 cards, for 5 players it's 7 cards. So you'll never go through the full deck in the game because there's plenty of them here. That's when the game will end. Couple of variants. We have these things out, which you place on these triangle spaces. These give you extra resources wherever you place them on the board. Basically, that's the game. Nice quick area control. It looks like a war game, but it really isn't, because there's only a few cards which take armies off, and they're only ever one at a time. It's more of controlling areas with more of your armies spread about the board. So that's area control game. If you're looking for a more slightly involved version of the game, there is also 8-Minute Empire Legends, which is a more fantasy based style with a few extra rules, in which you get leaders which have a little special power and a few extra tweaks, like you can fight a dragon for 2 extra victory points at the end of the game. It also comes with a modular board with 4 tiles, again double-sided, so you can make different boards as you go. And there is also an expansion for the Legends version called Lost Lands, and again gives you a few little different character cards, another set of players, and you can use your boards to have various other bonuses. So that's 8-Minute Empires and 8-Minute Empire Legends. Nice quick area control game. Usually takes about 20 minutes to play once you've got the rules off. And I say the rules are only 4 pages. Nice quick and simple area control game for the beginners amongst you who want to try it out. So thank you again for listening, guys, and we will catch you in the next one.